it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thanks again for joining me today. Or should I say thanks for joining me again today. That's probably better English. Today's project isn't actually this. Today's project is what is in it. This is one of our little pizza boxes. And I put this together for a team challenge we were doing, which was to decorate one of our pizza boxes. This uses the Christmas Pines and Pretty Pines Thinlets and stamp set. So Christmas Pines stamp set, Pretty Pines Thinlets, and basically this has all of the current foils that we've got, so silver, gold, champagne and copper, plus some glimmer paper and some of our lovely new washi tape that's in the autumn winter catalogue, and then ribbon and stuff. This to show you how to make, oh, and there's a one of our lovely foil snowflakes in the background here as well. To show you how to make this might take a little while. However, what I am going to show you is what's inside, which is lots and lots of little 3x3 note cards and envelopes. Well, some of them are blank and some of them are stamped. And I thought this would make quite a nice little gift, pre-Christmas gift, if you like, for someone, for their note cards. Now in the UK you can actually send these. You don't have a huge amount of room for your stamp and your address, but you can send them. I gather in the US you can't because they're too small, but you could use them for gift tags or if you're hand delivering. And then of course if you've gifted the cards, the person has then got this as a keepsake, which then they can use either for a small gift that they're then going to pass on, or that they could just keep either as a piece of home decor or just as a nice thing to have. And of course it would be wonderful for jewellery, or because it's got this shiny finish, it is actually food safe, so you could put home-baked goodies in there. So that's worth bearing in mind as, you know, part of your gift that you're giving. So I've actually done 2 cards and I am going to show you how I made both of them. And one is basically a stepped up version of the other. So let's put the pieces that I've got, whoops, to one side. So the basic card is this one. And this is using the same Christmas Pines stamp set. And it's using these 2 pine boughs and then the pine cones. And I've just stamped inside, "May your Christmas sparkle with joy and happiness." And that is just stamping with a little ribbon added. And then I've just, oh, and I've stamped the envelope there as well, which I haven't done on that one, should do. And this is basically the same, I've just stepped it up a bit. So I thought I would show you both, so that you can see how they are both made. So we'll start with the smaller version. The envelopes come in packs of 40 and they're in the autumn winter catalogue. So obviously you want to grab some of those. This is just ordinary Whisper White cardstock. It's the standard weight, the stamping weight. And what I've used is a 12 by 12 sheet, because that then gives you 8 note cards. So it's quite a nice way of doing it. It means you're not using any weight, you're not getting any waste, which if you cut it from A4 cardstock, you would get wastage, which is why I've cut it from 12 by 12. So, right, the first thing I am going to do, I do this in a slightly different order. So the first of the boughs that I'm going to use is the one that's got less, so it's not got the actual stalk. And then the colours are Sahara Sand, Crumb Cake and Soft Suede. Now I have just re-inked my Crumb Cake and it might not have been a good idea, but we will see. So the pine boughs I am doing in Sahara Sand and Crumb Cake, and then the pine cones I'm doing in Crumb Cake and Soft Suede. So I'm just going to open all of those up, move my box out of the way, and if I pop those in order, I might actually know which way I'm going. So this is the more detailed, so I'm going onto my crumb cake. Not that you can see that, but you can. It's just me inking up a stamp. And actually I'm going to flatten this. Oops, those are things for later. Just going to flatten my card out. I would recommend, having learnt the hard way, that you score your card, but don't fold it before you do the stamping. It is so much easier. But hey, oh, and I've got a, that's weird. Don't know why I've got that, but let's reline it up and press the bit that didn't. That's better. Fortunately, it's going to be covered by our pine bough anyway. And I'm actually going to stamp my second one whilst I'm doing it, because it's the same bit at that point. Same bit. I am doing the same background is basically what I mean. Is that the right? Yes, it is the right way up. Let's see if I can make sure I don't have a repeat of that funny circle. I don't know where that came from. There we are, that's fine. That was weird. Now, I do have sponge behind here. What I don't have is a dip. So you may want to use your piercing mat. Obviously an unpierced version would be a good idea. So I've now taken my more solid, oh, and of course I've done that, oh no, that's right. Yes, my more solid, sorry, having a moment there. And this I'm going to do in Sahara sand. And I just find that the reason for doing it this way around is A, I can see the darker colour through the lighter colour more easily, but also it softens the edge of the first layer, the darker layer, so you don't get quite such a harsh edge. That may not be quite so important with this, but when you're coming to do things like Baby Bear, it's more important that you soften the edges. So I actually stamped Baby Bear in completely the wrong order. Starting with the least detailed and going to the... Sorry, starting with the most detailed and going to the least detailed. Right, so... doesn't matter which is which. Right, next I am going to break the rule that I've just told you and take my solid pine cone, and that I'm going to stamp in crumb cake. And then I need the smaller one, which I will also stamp in crumb cake. As I say, I have just re-inked my crumb cake, so it is quite juicy. Possibly a wee bit too juicy. So I'll be storing it upside down for a few days, because that will help put the ink further into the pad. And then the detailed pine cone I'm going to just stamp over the top. That's the smaller of the two. And then bring in the larger. Now there is a choice of pine cones, and I am using two different patterns. So you'll see one's a very much more solid and one's a more open pine cone. It doesn't matter which is which, really. But yeah, so you could do them you could do them the same. You could, yes. Anyway, blah, I think is what I'm trying to say. Right, so I'm now going to take my May Your Christmas Sparkle with Joy and Happiness. And again, I'm going to use soft suede, because I do love my soft suede. And just stamp that on the inside. And then I will take an envelope, and I think probably the small pine cone. And I may actually just do the patterned bit. And I'll pop that just on the flap of the envelope. So that's almost that one finished. The only thing I need to add is a bow. And as ever, I pre-cut these. They're possibly a wee bit short. These are roughly 4.5 inches long, but it's just a piece. And just take 2 loops and, yeah, possibly a wee bit short, but 2 loops, and just do a half knot with the 2 loops. Note to self, when filming a video, cut your ribbon longer than you need it. And I actually want one end to be slightly longer than the other, so that's fine. Then glue dots, which I've pushed over the other side of the room, which was stupid, but there we go. It's not a big room. Fold the glue dot in half, pick up, oh no, that was the wrong one, never mind. Pick up your bow and just pop it in the corner of your card. So that's that one. The other one, as I say, we've pre-stamped that, and I've also pre-stamped and die cut the pine cones because it's just simple stuff. Oh, I haven't done the sentiment though, so let's do that whilst I remember. So again, may your Christmas sparkle with joy and happiness. And again, you can stamp the flap of your envelope as well. And then just a couple of dimensionals. I think I might close those before I have a bit of a disaster with them, because it's been known. So dimensionals, and I think one for that, and then the bigger one I will cut an edge piece, because then that will cover a longer bit of the pine cone. And then it doesn't matter which way up you put them, whether you put big and then small or small and then big, but I will overlap them just a wee bit. And I'm actually going to just take my bone folder and give that a bit more willy. And then I think I might cut a slightly longer piece of ribbon, because I know what I've got to do with it. I can use that for one of the other cards, because I will be making up the set. So again, double bunny loops and a half bow, a half knot rather, and then before you tighten it up, take a short piece of the mini sequin and then just feed it into the knot before you tighten it, and then that will grab it and hold it tight, just so you've got a little bit of extra zing zing zing. Trim your ends and then grab another glue dot, fold it in half, pop it on the back of your ribbon, and then just pop it in the corner of your card. So there you go, done. A selection of little mini gift cards or gift tags or Christmas cards, with a couple of stamped envelopes done in each done in a slightly different way, but you get the idea. And then they can all pop into our gift box. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I am still trying to get to 2,000 subscribers before my birthday, which is on the 1st of November. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do hit that little subscribe button down in the bottom corner. That would be lovely. And do remember, if you shop on my online store, for every £25 you spend in September or October, so if you haven't already spent in my online store before the end of October, you will be entered into the draw for a Merry Patterns stamp set. The only other way you can get this is free with a £250 order. So if your budget doesn't go quite that far, then entering my draw would be a good way to go. I have got a number of these, so there will be a few lucky winners. Also remember that we've got the World Card Making Day special until the 10th of October, which is reduced note cards, some stamp sets, and 2 free refills with every fast fuse you buy. Those alone save you £14. We've also got the buy 3 get 1 free designer series paper offer. And if you are thinking about becoming a member of Stampin' Up, we've also got offers that are for demonstrator only until the 15th of October on our new alcohol markers. So you could put those in your new members kit. So if you're interested in that, do let me know. Details of the World Card Making Day offer and the designer series paper are, as I'm filming this, already on my website. So just follow the link below and you'll find those. And yes, I think that's all for now. Thank you very much indeed for watching me, and for watching me, well, my hands, and I will see you again soon. Thanks a lot.